Hi, and thank you for watching us here at Tax Talk UK, where we talk about all things tax and consider other important aspects of working for yourself, running a small business, being self-employed. So as part of our bite-sized series of demo videos showing you how to use your QuickBooks software, today I'm going to show you how to connect the your bank account to your QuickBooks software. Before I do, if I could please ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you'll easily be able to refer back to this information if you should need to, as well as being able to navigate to other information that we have on a whole host of different topics, all aimed at supporting you in your self-employment. If you navigate to the playlist section of our YouTube channel and look for the QuickBooks playlist, you will find the rest of the bite-sized series aimed at showing you how to use your QuickBooks software. So let's just pop into the software and I will show you how to link the bank. So here we are then in the software. So we can see here our bank accounts that are already set up in our QuickBooks software. And what we want to do is we want to link the bank account, our own bank account, to that, to what's called a bank feed. What that means is what you're authorizing your bank to send the transactions to your QuickBooks software on a regular basis. That consent will have to be reconfirmed at regular intervals, and you can't do anything to your bank account from your QuickBooks software. So you're not authorizing for any payments to be made or anything like that. You're simply authorizing for your bank to send the bank transactions, the bank feed, into your QuickBooks software. This can save a lot of time. So if you imagine traditionally, what you needed to do was to enter your sales invoices and the receipts, enter your purchase invoices and the payments, enter all of your expenses, enter everything that went through your bank statement, and then you would get your bank statement, and then you would need to make sure that you'd entered everything and reconcile the bank statement. Now, the bank feed allows us to kind of turn that around, and we now know that all of the transactions are into QuickBooks, and it just gives us the option then to allocate them, which saves a lot of time. I should just mention that much as the bank feeds have improved massively since they were first introduced, they're not completely infallible. So you should still look to do the reconciliation to actually make sure that your bank feed that's imported does match the bank statement, and the statements do match. So if we go to transactions in the left-hand menu, so because we have never had an account linked here, it's nice and easy, a nice big connect account. So it's really easy to be able to do that. And once that has been connected, you will be able to use the manage connections at any point to be able to reconfirm your consent or disable the bank feed or anything like that you need to do. So we click connect account. Now, as this is a demo license and there's no demo bank account as such, I can't go through the full showing you how to do this, but we should be able to get far enough that you understand what you need to do. And they will all be slightly different, but what you should find is that the process should reflect in a similar way how you log on to your online banking. So first of all, you select the bank. So you can search for the bank if it's not showing on the first screen. You can search for your bank account. So once you find your bank, then you simply click on them, and it's just telling you here what you're going to do. So it's going to ask for your consent to share your bank transactions. So that's what I talked about earlier. That's what you're authorizing the bank transactions to be shared. And then it's going to log you into your online banking from QuickBooks. And once that's authorized the connection, then it will bring you back bring you back to QuickBooks. So here's the consent, which of course you should read all of the consent and understand exactly what you're agreeing to. And obviously, if you don't agree it, then you can't proceed, but you do need to understand what you're agreeing to. And now it's telling you to sign into your bank. So here, this is as far as I can actually get in the demo. It's going to then transfer you to the Lloyds Bank. You'll put in your online banking details, and that will authorize the connection, and then it will take you back to QuickBooks. Now, once it takes you back to QuickBooks, it is important to look at that screen that it takes you to, because it's asking which of your bank accounts you want to link to which accounts in QuickBooks. So if you have, for example, your bank accounts called Lloyds Bank current account, Lloyds Bank reserve account, then that's really easy. But if it's just current account and reserve account, you just need to make sure that the right bank account is going to the same bank account in QuickBooks. You have to remember that without you telling the software that, it won't know. So it's important that you do check that you're sending the bank transactions from that bank account to the right account in QuickBooks. And of course, if you've got other accounts, so sometimes people may have business accounts and personal accounts in the same screen, then you just uncheck those, because you don't want to import those into QuickBooks if they're not relevant to the business. And the other important thing to mention is to make sure that the date that you're starting the import from is correct. So it will give you a whole variety of options, including custom. Now, if you've just recently opened this bank account, started trading, it might be that you want it to go from the start and when the bank account was first opened. So if it was opened on the 12th of June, you might go back to the 1st of June, and that's absolutely fine. It would then start from that date. It might be that you have been historically doing everything manually, and so you need your bank feed to link in. So therefore, you would choose the date that you're going to do your manual entering to, and a month end is just for cleanliness and tidiness is good but not essential. Then you would obviously start the feed from the start of the month after. So it's just important to make sure that you understand when you need the transactions to be imported from, and that you are telling, because as I say, the same with how the banks are linking up. If you don't tell the software, it won't know this. So yeah, so once you've completed this section that's on the screen now, back to your QuickBooks software. And as I say, just at that point, I can't show you, but please make sure that the accounts are, that the bank account is going to the equivalent in QuickBooks, and also that you importing from the date that's correct, and what you need when you need to be importing from. So hopefully this helps you to understand how to connect your bank feed and your bank account to QuickBooks, the reason for doing this, and the things to look out for when you are doing it. So thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.